hello future, possibly future me and Birdies. I'm filming this intro because it's September 30th and I really want to try to make a video vlog of doing a Drawtober. I don't know if this will get published, so it's just gonna be interesting. So my goal for Drawtober is gonna be to do at least 15 drawings, like 15 inks or sketches on my hair, and hopefully record some of those. Maybe they'll be really bad and it'll be okay, and post a vlog of it later on. I don't know, this is kind of I'm nervous. Stop moving my hands. This is kind of an attempt for me to try to be more creative, I suppose. So I decided to do the Peachtober prompts because they were just available and easy and a lot of people do them. And I'm gonna be doing the inks sketches in my Hobonichi A6. And then I'm gonna be probably cutting the pages out and then putting them on sale later, and part of it will go to charity as well. So yeah, so my plan is to do, I've listed it, I don't know if you can see, but my plan is to do the odd days of Peachtober, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and it's gonna be based off the zodiac animals I have going on, and also my forest animals. Yeah, and hopefully I've kind of made these little rules in my head, and I don't know how I'll adhere to them, but it's basically ink sketch plus 1 or 2 colors of color pencil, and odd days of Peachtober. I'll probably replace some of the words that I don't vibe with, and yeah, I've even done a little bit of thumbnailing, so hopefully I can get that going. Crossing fingers, because I know I definitely can't do the whole month. That's just too much, and I don't even know if I could do 15, so we'll see. But hopefully it'll be even if I do 10, I'd be pretty satisfied. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Happy October, or happy November by the time I publish this. Hello, it is November 1st, and I have finished my Drawtober goals. Good job, me. Okay. Yeah, I managed to do it. I think, I didn't think I would, because I always have goals to do some, and I do like a couple and then I stop. And I don't know particularly how or why it worked this time around, even though like I didn't plan to do like every day. Maybe because I did it during my office work sometimes, and also I think what definitely helped was planning ahead of time. And yeah, definitely. So I'm very happy about it. So, and to recap, my original goal was to do 15 of them, but I would have been happy with just 10. And I was gonna focus on my animal characters and use ink, straight ink, no penciling or like drawing planning. But I did thumbnail ahead of time just to like get that inspiration flowing. And then yeah, just ink and color pencil. So I'm gonna flip through and talk about some of the pieces. Yeah, and I'll also include some clips of me drawing them, maybe like after the flip through. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how I'll edit this video, but you'll see. Peace. Okay, so this is a second recording of the flip through because the first one I did it at night and it was just not super great. Anyways, this is the book I used for Drawtober, and let me show you. This is the Hobonichi A6 size book and book cover, and I kind of like put some Pokemon cards in here and more Tamagotchi ephemera. I have some Tamagotchi charms. This is like so cute. And this is the tool, the main pen that I use for the Drawtober. Let me flip through. Oh, I think I lost my space. But this book is where I mainly sketch right now. It's just an old Hobonichi book from 2019 with Tomoe River paper. I used to take Japanese notes in this one. I think there's like, yeah. And there's also a A5 kind of like insert that I use to doodle as well. For Drawtober, let me just sit down. Sorry. So for Drawtober, I listed the prompts on this little memo sheet, and I also thumbnailed a little bit. You can tell it's like I didn't even do every day. I just did whatever came to mind because I also wanted to make sure some of the compositions looked good overall, like when like set up. Yeah. What else I was gonna say? Yeah. So I decided to do the odd days, so every other day of Peachtober. For those who don't know, Peachtober is like a prompt list that Furry Little Peach puts out every October. And there's like no rules for Drawtober. Everyone can do their own prompt list, but Peachtober is one of the more popular ones. And I kind of chose to do that one because I thought it'd be fun to see what other people were drawing, and it's always really nice to kind of be part of like a movement, I guess, in terms of like kind of like a project and see that everyone's doing the same thing but differently. Yeah, so this is the prompt list, and this is the tool that I use for this month. I mainly stuck to the Twsbi ECO Journaler Nib. I bought this pen kind of on an impulse because it's so handsome and it's just my kind of aesthetic that I like. I decided to get this. Actually, my friend Leo got this for me from Flax in LA, and Gina from Custom Nib Studios did the grind on this one. I really wanted to have. I So far in my fountain pen collection, I've only had Kirksphere do my grinds, and most of them were Architect. And so I wanted to try something different, and I impulse bought this. And then at the same time, I was like, oh, Leo, since Gino's there, can you ask them to do a journal event for me? And I just knew that Journaler Nib is Gina's custom style, and I had no idea what it really did. And so I decided to, it kind of like came in right before October, and I decided to get familiar with my tool. Um, when I buy new art supplies or like something that I've never used before, I generally spend like a lot of time with it to get familiar with it and like get kind of like master um, how to use it. Same thing with my Kakimori nib. When I got it, I just like nonstop did a lot of ink drawings and swatches with them so I can get familiar how to like really use it more or less precisely so I can have control over it. Um, and I have to say, like, I really enjoyed doing Drawtober with this. It was, so this was a medium nib ground to journaler, I think. Yes, it's a medium. Um, and it had like very nice line variation. I understand this nib more or less well now, and I just like it gives like slight variation to a factory nib, but it's not so daunting that you kind of have like prepare for it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's a very friendly nib to have variations in like in English. But anyways, um, so the Peachtober rules were like do every other day, just draw with Twsbi ECO. The ink in here is Sailor Seiboku, my like ride or die. Actually, yeah, it's yeah, ride or die. Like I must have this ink. I have most of my pens are filled with this ink. I don't even use other colors that much. Um, so Sailor Seiboku with Twsbi ECO, and then the other kind of like criteria was to use color pencil. And for color pencil, I used Caran Luminance series, which is like one of my preferred. Oh, what was? Did someone? Okay, I heard something, but okay. All right, so let's flip through. Let me see. I think I've looked for like a month where there was no drawings. It's a lot of sketches. All right, I think I'm gonna walk through the drawings and kind of like talk about the characters and the design process. This is so this first one's Acorn. The character is Cosmic Chipmunk. She's part of like my forest animal group, and in my head I have like a lot of these um, grouping for my animals. So Cosmic Chipmunk's part of like the forest group, and she is often water tiger's friends accompaniment, and so you can see like this little photo with like a hint of water tiger and her in this acorn kind of cozy space. I always envisioned she lived in this enlarged, emptied out nutshell, and this is kind of like a little living room cozy space for her. Um, yeah, so this is oak tree with acorn. Just thought it was kind of like perfect for her to be featured. And so that's acorn. And then 3 is slug. I don't know slugs that well. This is kind of just like thinking about slugs like moisture. So I put like a little bit like after rain, like scene with star-nosed mole. Star-nosed mole is also part of my forest animal collection. Star-nosed mole is actually the second sticker I've ever made for my Patreon. And for like the people who have been with me on Patreon or have been with me in the past, like when I started, I designed the sticker like an autumn sticker with star nose mole and it says "You're a star" because the nose is in the shape of a star. In reality, it's actually quite scary. I've seen a star nose mole in person. I was like, oh, that's a evolutionary choice for sure. So this is like a cutified, chibified, I guess, a version of Star Nose Mole. And I just do some slugs over here and clovers. This one is poppy. I actually really love poppy flowers. I think it's because like growing up in Canada, like you see poppy as a motif um, very often. So yeah, I just put water tiger here. And this is also where I started to do some white gel pen. So I can do some outlines and add some stars and sparklies, which I really, really like to do. Um, Sometimes I'm like, is that a cheap shot? But I just really like doing it. So water tiger is the first zodiac animal that I incorporated into my like Patreon and like animal characters. So they're part of the Zodiac Animal series, and I've been working on that series for this year for Patreon that I really enjoy doing. And I actually just finished designing the wood tiger um, for month of October. Yesterday, yeah, no, yes, 2 days ago was October. Um, so yeah, it's I never thought about designing like a series of zodiac animals. I think there's a dissonance between myself and um, relating to my own Asian culture. It's kind of like really weird, and it goes like a long, like I can ramble about it for a while, so I won't do it here. But water tiger is definitely part of the zodiac animal series with poppy flowers. Yeah. And these are the rabbits as well. So there's a water rabbit, and this is wood rabbit, also part of the zodiac series. For Peachtober, since I was only doing 14, 15 drawings, I decided to do uh, I decided to just do like 12 of the zodiac animals and then squeeze in some of my other animals. So this one is the funny story about this one was when I forgot, when I was doing the New Year's card for the year of the rabbit, I thought that we were in the wood year, wood cycle, but it turns out that we were still in the water cycle. So I had designed wood rabbit. And then someone was like, actually, we're still in the water cycle. I was like, oh. So I went back and redid the design for the rabbit New Year. So that's where she came in. And the prompt was strawberry. This one's monkey. I was really proud of this one. The prompt is rope. And I designed the monkeys like definitely not based on a real monkey. I feel like a lot of times, yeah, like it's hard for me to balance like how to draw animals more realistically or more cutesy, cartoony. And this is definitely an animal where I was like, okay, we should make it cute. And it was funny because at Hello Houston, I sold some of the monkey artwork, and someone came up to me. They're like, "Thank you for not making them scary," because a lot of times the zodiac merch for monkeys is scary. I guess. I think cute ones exist out there, but I definitely wanted to stick to the cute spectrum. So the prom was rope. And this is the horse. It was a cycle of fire for the horse. And I like this one because it reminds me a bit of like My Little Pony. And fire horses like have existed for a long time, like throughout, I guess, humanity. But I definitely wanted to have my own version of it. And I don't know why, but I decided to like add a horn to the nozzle of the horse. Maybe because I was like, I always loved unicorns. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of like reminds me a bit of a rhino, but not really. Anyways, I like how the colors came out because it looks a bit like My Little Pony, like 80s, 70s Barbie. Yeah. The prompt was seagull for this one. This one is the snake, and the prompt is marble. This is the wood snake character, and it's kind of like hugging the. It's supposed to be like a sphere of the world, like represented as a marble. And I did like wavy background because I was thinking of Yorgamander as like an inspiration to this piece, which is the world serpent, and they live like deep in the ocean. Um, yeah, uh, I was thinking in the previous recording, I talked about the design choice and how inking directly and drawing directly with ink has helped me to make compositions or like think about compositions in a more mindful way and draw in a more intentional way, because all of these pieces are done without pencil minus the circles. The circle, anything like circular, I'll use like a little like washi tape roll and trace a circle and go around it. But I was going through like this Drawtober, and I feel accomplished and satisfied that like I've come this far in terms of drawing with ink. and being able to like conceptualize and just go straight in. And it really took me, even though I've been doing this like many years, I feel it's only in the last like 2-3 years that it's been like the process has been more like a flow. Like I've entered a flow state when I do inking, and I'm really thankful for that because like it shows that I've put in the work to create the circumstance where I can do this. Um, and I kind of wanted to talk about it because I want people to understand that my art, sometimes people tell me that it looks effortless or I make it look easy. And that's not because I was born with it. It's because I put so many hours into it. And I think that anyone can do that too. So it's more like I hope this inspires you that like if you really work hard and like intentionally to improve at a skill, then you can definitely get somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of comments from like posting the Drawtobers on Instagram and like other places that like I make it look easy, because but that's only because I've there's like countless and countless of hours of like unseen practice that's been put into it. Um, but thank you for enjoying my art, and I hope that like knowing that it didn't come easy also inspires you. Anyways, oh, also I forgot to mention the not darker, the large areas of ink that was filled with Twsbi ECO as well, but I have a stub mid for that. So I didn't do just like this. I used this for drawing, but then for filling I had another Twsbi also come in clutch. This prompt was aquarium. The inspiration for this is the Monterey Bay Aquarium. They have a exhibit, I think, of like the Pacific Ocean. You go into the aquarium. I think it's to straight a little bit to the left, and it's one of my favorite tanks at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's just a school of sardines and trevallies like going in circles. It's gorgeous. It made me cry, made me feel small as a human, and made me feel how wonderful nature was. And in that tank, there was also like sharks, turtles, and mola mola. And it's just something I'll always remember. Like, I think it was like a core adult memory that was formed. And for this piece, I added my little star foxes um, hanging on to the mola. Yeah, that's it. Very a lot of the drawings I do is like I think I'm because I am currently like pretty busy in my life, it's hard to like squeeze in new experiences. But there are so many things that I have lived through that I haven't finished. I feel like there's still things in my memory and in my body that I feel that I haven't that I could still explore. Um, so it's like thinking about my past trips, like Monterey Bay Aquarium. That's always been an inspiration for like sea animals and anything ocean related. And then sometimes like thinking about animals and ecosystems. It's like I think about my past trips, foods definitely from my past trips. Um, yeah, so like even though I'm currently very stationed here in this town, I think about my past where I haven't finished feeling inspired from. Or like, yeah, anyways, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, for example, there's like, even now I can think about this little scenery in Scotland, in Lerwick, Scotland, that I saw. It was like cobblestone house with like tons of flowers in the front yard. Anyways, so there's imagery that I always remember from my past. And that also comes from like observing and living mindfully and going outside to touch grass. Yeah, so this is the Monterey Bay Aquarium prompt. This one is whistle. I really like how this turned out. I was pretty proud of all the textures I was able to incorporate and all the feathers turned out pretty well. I think this is maybe my second favorite piece of Peachtober. The whistle was I drew the rooster for Peachtober for the whistle prompt because birds like whistle and stuff like that. So I thought I'd draw the rooster with like chicks making music. This one is cucumber. Is it cucumber? 19 melon. Uh, so I forgot. This is the only day where I forgot my journaler nib, but I had my architect nib on me. So I like how the architect nib looks like a lot, but I was like, oh darn, I forgot my journaler. Um, and here, this piece is like where you can see where I'm struggling between making animals more cartoony versus more realistic. There's like, I don't know, the proportions for the ox feels more realistic than like a cartoon, versus like the rat on their back is like definitely a cartoon, like round blob mouse. Um, yeah, so I decided to draw gourds for this prompt because melons, gourds, they're all part of the Cucurbitaceae family, and I just thought it was appropriate to draw gourds for this piece, I guess, with the ox kind of like tending to like this field of gourds. And this is the rat with snowflake. The inspiration for this was in Japan, they have a lot of camellia trees. I think camellias are part of the Mylonaceae family, and a lot of flowering trees in that family will flower first before they put out leaves. So like you can see like a mature flower with like young leaves, and they do that even like in late winter, early spring when you can still see snowfall. So the imagery is often seen in Japanese artworks where like red camellias contrasting with like a gray sky with white snow. So that was the inspiration for this piece. This one's paper. This is my favorite. This one's my favorite actually. Paper is inspired by talismans, like Asian talismans. You can see talismans in many Asian cultures to write like blessings, write spells, write curses, um, safekeeping, stuff like that. And uh, yeah, I kind of just wanted to draw like a flurry of talismans with like the dragon flying through the sky. The dragon themselves, I was really satisfied how I was able to finagle the composition because when you're drawing straight with ink, you kind of have to leave space for overlapping elements. And I just thought like I was like, oh, good job, I managed it. um, what else about this one? The design for the dragon is definitely inspired by like Asian dragons where they're like long, and I think it's like popularized by like Spirited Away where Haku is like kind of a longish uh, dragon with a long snout versus like Western medieval dragons are more like beaked. And I Asian dragons have like antlers rather than horns. I mean, they're both carotenoid, but um, they're more like deer-like versus like pointy horns. And I, for this dragon design specifically, I decided to get inspired from caribou horns. So this one specifically is like I'm thinking about caribou when I'm drawing the shape, because caribous are actually one of my favorite creatures. I don't want to say like favorite, but I have like a, a love for them that I can't explain. They're just gorgeous and very interesting animals. And I think as a Canadian, like we often, at least in like Quebec, we have learned about like caribou movements and stuff like that, or how the American Indians followed caribou throughout their um, migration for food and stuff like that. So, wait, I've also, have I? No, I have not. No, have I? I'm thinking about this time when I was at an Inuit dinner and they had served caribou, but I don't think I ate it because it was raw. But it was interesting. It was very cool. I had Arctic char, but I don't think I touched caribou. I think it was just, yeah, because it was like raw and frozen. But anyways, have a soft spot for caribou. Yeah, I really like this, how this one came out. This one is stripes. I actually wrote spots, but I think it was stripes. And baby boars are like really cute, and they have stripes, versus the mature mother usually is mature adults are like plain brown, or just have like um, no patterns. So yeah, I wanted to draw stripes, little baby boars for stripes. And in my Patreon artwork, I've done hydrangeas for the boar, year of the boar, and I just continue the theme here. And I thought it was really cute to have pink and blue. I love pink and blue. Oh, rice is ready. I'll just yeah, rice is ready. uh, the prompt for this one is axe. I don't know exactly why I think I was drawing this and I was thinking of like a medieval battle ram head where they use it to like crash open the gate. Then I was like, wait, that's not an axe. So there was like inspiration, but it's like disjointed from the piece. There's like no actual correlation to whatever I was thinking. But here it is. um, Year of the Ram. I wanted to like do different horn designs, so this one was definitely like more, I don't know, I felt like adding more edginess to the horn. So it has like extra spikes. And it's kind of like tearing through this thicket of rose thorns. That is pretty simple. I think towards the end, I was just like, we just gotta finish. And this one's Year with the Dog with like a branch of lemons. The prompt is sour. And it's funny when I like try to make the connection in my head why I drew this. It's because in Japan, when like a store opens or during New Year's, they set up these bamboo decorations with like branches of flowers or fruits, and you gift these to like stores that just open and be like, you know, like good luck and good wishes and prosperity and stuff like that. Same for New Year's. But in particular, they have this decorative gourd. I think it's a gourd, but it's definitely lemon sized and lemon shaped with extra. There's no way around it. But it's like a look like a lemon with like extra nipples, so it looks like a lemon udder. You don't know how to say it, but I think it's called like a bitter gourd or something. It's really cute. Trust me, it's really cute. And they put it on this bamboo decoration to give to people. And I think that's where I made the connection. But once again, it's a bit disjointed. Um, yeah, so this is this is my Drawtober. I thought about doing one more, but I really needed to rest and work on other things, basically. So I didn't get to 31 Ghost, but that would have been 16.
But overall, I'm pretty proud that I finished and that it looks somewhat cohesive. And I'm really excited to kind of like tear these out and eventually let go of them, probably like more or less soon. Um, Along with like all the things that are happening in this political climate, like Snap being frozen, not handed out, and you know, I mean, I could go on, but I think that's my primary worry right now, where people don't have food. I'm thinking about selling these to. I'm definitely selling these to donate to charity, but I'm not quite sure yet which one. Like, because there's just so many things going on. Um, but thank you for watching. I hope this will inspire you to keep creating. Yeah.
It's really dark now. Daylight savings is tomorrow. But thanks for watching my flip through of Drawtober, and thanks for, as always, being part of my journey as artist here in this life. Um, yeah, I'm really happy how this turned out, and I think I'm really happy that I stuck to it because it kind of like is aligned with my goal of trying to create more. Um, and even though I'll like miss doing this, I have other things I really need to get to. But yeah, uh, I hope that it kind of like inspires other people to try to do art, and that like what you see is like I've been doing this for a couple of years now, so it's like it doesn't come easy, and it came with a lot of like blood, sweat, tears. Um, and I hope that people understand that there is talent, but there's also a lot of hard work that comes with what looks like talent. It's like how my friend Yang, his brand is 1% talent, and I was like, that's when I first like heard it, I was like, oh, like, are you just saying you're not talented? He's like, no, it's like 1% talent and 99% hard work. And I was like, oh, that's really good. So, yeah, 1% talent, 99% work. And what I output is what you see from like all that work. That's also partly why I truly believe anyone can make art, and it just takes a lot of practice. Um, probably more for some people than others. Um, yeah, but I hope that it inspires someone to try like some drawing prompts or just try and draw with ink. It's a really great medium, one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Um, yeah, see you next time. Peace.